Imagine a moment when you are standing on the threshold of an important decision. You know that the outcome of this choice can affect your whole life, but inside you something hesitates. Doubts are like chains holding you in place, preventing you from moving forward. Sound familiar? Self-doubt is something that every one of us faces. But what if I told you that there is a path that can free you from those chains and give you the confidence to move forward? Today, we will delve into the world of Stoic philosophy to explore how the ancient sages dealt with this common human weakness. The Stoics believed that human beings have an inner strength that can be developed by overcoming doubt and uncertainty. These time-tested principles can be a tool for you to gain clarity of thought and confidence in your decisions. In our video today, you'll learn how to overcome self-doubt, how the Stoics taught us to be strong in moments of weakness, and why inner peace is the key to a successful and harmonious life. We'll break down specific practices and ideas that you can apply today to become more confident in yourself and your actions. If you know the feeling of insecurity or have ever wondered how to find your inner strength, then this video is exactly what you need. There are no magic recipes or empty promises here. There is only wisdom proven over the centuries and practical advice that will help you step by step to overcome your inner obstacles. Watch this video to the end, and you'll discover more than just self-development advice. You'll find answers to questions that have plagued you, perhaps for years. Are you ready to embark on this journey? Are you ready to finally free yourself from the chains of doubt and insecurity? Then join us, and let's explore together how Stoicism can change your life. When we talk about doubt, it is important to remember that it is a natural part of our thinking. Doubts can arise at any moment, whether we are making important decisions or simply reflecting on our actions. But how we react to them, how we perceive them, is what really matters. Doubts are often perceived as something negative, as a barrier to success. But what if we look at them from a different angle? Perhaps doubts are not an enemy, but a teacher who shows us where we are still unsure of ourselves, where we have not yet found full understanding or conviction. They can serve as a reminder that we can always evolve, we can always get better. When we are faced with doubts, we have a choice. We can succumb to them, let them paralyze us, stop us in our tracks toward our goals. Or we can use them as a motivation for growth, as an incentive for self-discovery and improvement. This is what Stoic wisdom is all about: the ability to see opportunities where others see only obstacles. Stoic philosophy teaches us to accept doubts as part of life, but not to let them determine our actions. We can learn to look at doubt as a temporary condition that will pass if we keep moving forward. It is important to realize that doubt is not the end, but the beginning of a new stage in our development. Doubt can also serve as an indicator that we are stepping outside of our comfort zone. When we venture into something new and uncharted, doubts are a natural reaction of our mind. They signal that we are entering unfamiliar territory, and this is where our growth begins. The Stoics teach us that going beyond the familiar is the path to gaining strength and wisdom. Doubts may seem insurmountable, but it is important to remember that they arise only in our heads. They are a product of our thinking, our fears and insecurities. But if we recognize their nature, we can learn to manage them rather than letting them manage us. The Stoic practice of reflection helps us to see doubts as part of our mental game that we can control. How often do we let doubts stop us on the path to our dreams? How often do we turn down opportunities because we're afraid we won't make it, that we won't be good enough? The Stoics remind us that true strength lies not in avoiding doubt, but in going forward in spite of it. There is an inner source of strength within each of us that allows us to overcome any obstacle if we only believe in ourselves. Doubts can also be related to our perception of ourselves and our place in the world. Sometimes we doubt our abilities because we compare ourselves to others, to their successes and achievements. But Stoic wisdom teaches us that our happiness and inner peace do not depend on how we look to others. True confidence comes from within, from understanding your values and following them. There are often times in life when we have to make difficult decisions. At such times, doubts can build up, causing us to hesitate. But if we remember that every choice is a step towards our becoming, we can accept these doubts and move on. The Stoics taught that it is important not to avoid difficulties, but to face them with courage and determination, knowing that each such moment strengthens our character. Sometimes doubts can be caused by our past experiences, failures, or mistakes. We may be afraid of repeating them, afraid that we will fail again. But the Stoics reminded us that the past should not dictate our future. Every new day is a new opportunity, a new chance to do something differently, better than before. The past can be our teacher, but it should not be our jailer. Stoic philosophy also teaches us the importance of being aware of our emotions and how they affect our doubts. Often doubts arise not from objective factors, but from our emotions, our fears, and insecurities. By becoming aware of our emotions, we can better understand where our doubts come from and learn how to manage them. This is an important step towards inner peace and self-confidence. The Stoics often talked about the need to focus on what is within our control. Doubts are often related to the fact that we try to control things that are beyond our control. For example, we may doubt our actions because we are afraid of how others will react to them. But if we learn to focus on what we can really control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, we can greatly reduce our doubts. When we learn to manage our doubts, we become more resilient in the face of life's challenges. We develop a resilience that allows us to maintain inner calm and confidence, even in the most difficult situations. This is an important skill that helps us not only to cope with doubt, but also to achieve our goals despite any obstacles. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of practicing gratitude. When we focus on what we already have, on the accomplishments we have already achieved, doubt begins to lose its power. Gratitude helps us see the positive aspects of life, builds our confidence, and reduces the influence of doubt on our minds. It is a simple but powerful practice that can change the way we view life. The Stoics teach us that doubts are something temporary, passing. They come and go, but our inner strength and wisdom remain with us always. It is important to remember that we are not our doubts, that our essence is much deeper and stronger. When we begin to realize this, doubts lose their power over us, and we are free to move forward with our principles and beliefs. Meditating on death, which the Stoics practiced as a way of strengthening the spirit, also helps us deal with doubt. Realizing that our lives are finite, that each day may be our last, makes us rethink our fears and doubts. After all, if we realize that time is our most precious resource, doubts become less important, and we begin to appreciate every moment, living life to the fullest. When we look at our doubts through the lens of Stoic wisdom, we see that they are just one of the many thoughts that come and go. But they should not determine our actions. It is important to learn to recognize doubts, to be aware of them, but not to let them become an obstacle to our goals. Doubts are the shadow of our fears, but the light of our inner conviction and strength can dispel them. Reflecting on what is truly important in life helps us gain clarity and confidence. When we know what is truly valuable to us, doubts begin to recede. We realize that it is not worth wasting time and energy on petty fears and insecurities. Stoics encourage us to focus on our true values, on what makes our lives meaningful, and not to let doubt distract us from that path. Whenever you are faced with doubt, remember that it is only part of your journey. The Stoics taught that life is a journey, and doubts are stones on that road, but they can't stop you if you are determined to keep going. Doubts can slow your step, but they can't throw you off the path if your spirit and your belief in yourself are strong enough. Doubts can arise at any time, even when you are at the peak of your abilities. It's normal, it's part of the human experience. But how you react to those doubts, how you perceive them, is what determines your inner strength. If you learn to see doubts as temporary hindrances that can be overcome, they will cease to be a source of fear for you. Doubts may seem strong and overwhelming, but this is only an illusion. The Stoics teach us that the real power is within us. We can overcome any doubts if we believe in our principles, follow our values, and don't let temporary difficulties throw us off track. Doubts are just a challenge, and each time we overcome them, we become stronger. When we learn to manage our doubts, we gain inner freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from uncertainty, freedom from external expectations. This freedom allows us to live our lives as we see fit, to follow our principles, and not be afraid to go our own way. This is what true Stoic wisdom is all about, the ability to be free despite any external circumstances. The importance of Stoic philosophy in our lives cannot be overemphasized. It gives us the tools to cope with any doubts, teaches us wisdom and inner peace. Each of us can use this knowledge to become a better person, to gain confidence, and to live life to the fullest without letting doubts control our actions. Doubts may arise again and again, but it's important to remember that each time you overcome them, you become stronger. You learn something new about yourself, discover new possibilities, and move forward despite any obstacles. The Stoics taught us that life is a constant evolution, and doubts are just part of that process. They come and go, but your inner strength stays with you always. Every doubt overcome is another victory on the way to your goal. Every action, despite doubts, builds your confidence and makes you stronger. It is important to remember that doubts are just thoughts, and you can control them, direct them in the right direction. Your strength lies in your inner world, in your ability to follow your principles and not let external circumstances define your life. When you begin to realize this, doubts lose their power over you. You begin to see them for what they are: temporary obstacles in your path that can be overcome. Your self-confidence grows and you become stronger every day. This is the path to inner freedom, to harmony with yourself and the world around you. Ultimately, Stoic philosophy gives us the understanding that true confidence and strength lies within us. Doubts may come and go, but our inner selves, our principles and beliefs remain unchanged. They are our anchor in the stormy sea of life, our support in moments of doubt and difficulty. By following these principles, we can overcome any doubts and achieve our goals, no matter what. Stoic wisdom teaches us to live in the present without fearing the future or looking back at the past. Doubts may remind us that we are only human, but they also give us the opportunity to grow and develop. It's important to remember that each of us has the power to overcome any challenge if we believe in ourselves and our principles. Doubts are only part of our journey, and we can walk this path with dignity and confidence. In the end, what matters is not how many doubts we experience, but how we deal with them. The Stoics teach us that doubt can be our ally if we use it for self-knowledge and growth. Every doubt overcome is a step toward our goal, our dream. And it's a path worth traveling, despite any difficulties that may arise along the way. When you are faced with doubts, remember that they are just part of your journey. Stoic philosophy gives us the wisdom and strength to overcome them, teaches us resilience and inner peace. Each of us is capable of more than we can imagine, and doubts are just part of our development. They can be a source of strength and wisdom if we learn to manage them and use them for our growth. Each new day is a new opportunity to overcome doubt and move forward. Every moment you deal with doubt, you get closer to your goal, to who you want to become. It is important to remember that doubt is not the end, but the beginning of a new phase of your journey. Let Stoic wisdom be your guide on this path, helping you to gain confidence, inner peace, and harmony. Doubts may come and go, but your inner strength remains with you always. It is your anchor, your support in moments of difficulty and uncertainty. Follow your principles, believe in yourself, and no doubts will be able to stop you on the way to your dream. Your strength is in yourself, and the Stoic philosophy will help you discover it to the fullest. Overcoming doubts is the path to inner freedom, to finding true self-confidence. Doubts are only temporary hindrances that can be overcome with the help of Stoic wisdom and inner strength. Your confidence, your strength, and your wisdom will help you to walk this path despite any obstacles. Let Stoic philosophy be your guide on this path, helping you to find harmony and self-confidence. Each of us has the power to overcome any doubts and move forward despite any difficulties. Doubts are part of our development, our growth, and we can use them to become better, stronger, and wiser. May Stoic wisdom help you overcome any doubts and achieve your goals despite any obstacles in your path. Your inner strength and Stoic wisdom will help you deal with any doubts that may come your way. Follow your principles, believe in yourself, and no doubts will be able to stop you. Your path is the path to inner freedom, to harmony with yourself and the world, and Stoic philosophy will help you walk this path with dignity and confidence. When doubts come, remember that they are only part of your path. They come and go, but your inner strength stays with you always. Stoic wisdom teaches us how to deal with any doubts, build our confidence, and follow our principles. Let this wisdom be your guide on the path to your goals, helping you to overcome any doubts and move forward with confidence and inner peace. Doubts may seem strong, but you are stronger. Your principles, your wisdom, and your confidence will help you overcome any obstacles that may come your way. Stoic philosophy is the key to inner freedom and harmony, and it will help you deal with any doubts that may arise on your path. Let this philosophy be your guide on the way to your goals and dreams. Every doubt overcome is a step towards your dreams, towards your purpose. May Stoic wisdom help you to overcome any doubts and move forward despite any difficulties. Your inner strength and confidence will help you walk this path with dignity and confidence, and no doubts will be able to stop you on the way to your dream. Your power is in yourself, and the Stoic philosophy will help you to discover it to the fullest. So we've broken down the basic ways to overcome self-doubt using Stoic philosophy. We learned the importance of separating the inner from the outer, practicing self-reflection, accepting your limitations, and building confidence through specific exercises. Self-doubt is not something that can be completely eliminated, but it is something you can learn to deal with. By following Stoic principles, you can gain the inner strength and confidence that will help you overcome any difficulties in your path. Remember that the path to a confident state of mind starts small, with the small steps you take each day. From the time you spend reflecting on your doubts and overcoming them, from striving for inner growth and self-improvement. Every effort you make, every doubt you overcome brings you closer to a more harmonious and confident life. Keep following this path, and you will see how over time doubts become less and less, and self-confidence more and more. It is not an easy path, but it is worth the journey. Let Stoic philosophy be your trustworthy companion on this path, helping you to cope with doubts and find inner strength in all situations.